think we'll get started now. So, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name's Tom, and I'm a marketing executive for the University of Liverpool's online programs. I'm just going to give a brief overview of the agenda, introduce our speakers, and then I'll pass on to our speakers. But just like to say, if you do have any questions throughout the webinar, please do put them in the Q&A section. And we'll have a live Q&A at the end, and we'll do our best to answer those. So let's get started. Today we're joined by Joseph, who is Director of Studies for the law program. We've also got Aref, who is Program Director for the International Business Law LLM program, and Brian Cherry, who is an admissions advisor. So onto the agenda, and today we will be covering why we believe you should choose to study with the University of Liverpool, the law program that we offer, and then we'll move on to the admissions and enrolment process, and after that, like I said, the Q&A session. And with that, I'll hand over to Joseph.
Hello, everyone. Just pleased to be here, as well as glad to see a number of you online. What you see on the screen there are a number of attributes, but if I may, just pick out three of the attributes collectively, which offer our prospective applicants to our online IBL LLM program, which is rigorous. It's a globally recognized program with strong industry connections and, of course, a history of academic distinction. But I think three are worth noting. First of all, very important from our perspective as well as yourselves, the rigor with which the curriculum has been put together. As a Red Brick University, a Russell Group member, world-class education is always backed by a legacy of innovation and research, and that has informed our thinking in terms of what would be the best, the ideal, the optimal program to be made available and designed that will advance cutting-edge content that also reflect the latest developments in international business law. And because the focus is on international business law, and as all of you know, the pace with which things are starting to evolve, we also, as being a Red Brick University, we also adopt a global perspective. And I think that is not just merely saying that we have a global perspective. Our top 200 worldwide ranking and our historical association with Nobel laureates also ensures that the degree that you will be embarking on with us carries that stamp of international prestige. So leveraging our worldwide recognition, the diverse alumni network that we have, the program also works towards incorporating international case studies and perspective with a view to preparing our students, forming a community to at least take a very proactive role in leading the challenges and responses posed in this current environment. I think the bottom line also in terms of curriculum rigor and global perspective, and as Director of Studies, quality assurance is something that has always motivated the programs that we offer. So our gold star rating in 2023 in terms of the teaching excellence framework again demonstrates our commitment to outstanding instruction, and I'm ably supported by RF and his team, who adopt a very hands-on approach in terms of ensuring that all students who are onboarded in our program complete the journey with us and have a rewarding and also a very successful stay during the duration of the program. So our gold teaching excellence framework demonstrate in the program design, the high quality instruction and support systems. Every aspect is joined together, so to speak, and to ensure that I think that when you join us, you also have an assurance in terms of the quality as well as supporting the excellent learning outcomes I think we all wish to provide and contribute to the process, and another reason for joining us. I think we can move on it's a part-time program. It's designed for you. The emphasis again is on a community of learning, echoing the attributes that I've already alluded to at the start. High quality teaching support. We actively source out feedback from our students to also learn and to grow the program that we have. And it's a part-time postgraduate program that we have. It's 100% online to give you that flexibility in terms of managing the learning while carrying on with your own busy professional lives. And it's an on-demand learning platform. And I think that's as much as I'd like to say. So welcome to all of you, and I'll be more than happy together with Arif dealing with any questions you may have about the program, so to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Can you be moved to? Thank you very much. So everyone should know about the University of Liverpool, and the law school is ranked in the ranked 19th in the UK. We are committed to contributing through the excellence of our research and policy work to critical exploration of the role of law in promoting or inhibiting social justice. The program, you'll be happy to know, is ideal for both law graduates and non-law graduates looking to develop their knowledge, skills, and understanding in the legal sector. If we can move to the next slide, please. Thank you very much. The LLM program is an exciting opportunity to enhance your CV or experience in a new direction, or to extend your current experience in law by adding business perspective. The program is ideal if you work in a corporate setting or aim to work in one at more senior level. It provides you with strong disciplinary and critical analysis skills that are essential in modern day business settings. The program accepts students from a range of disciplinary backgrounds, and previous academic experience in law, as mentioned before, is not required. Although there are law graduates on the program, and the syllabus is designed to ensure that they are catered to as well. This program is also well suited for individuals who are working in the field of government and regulations. And as you can see in the slide, we accommodate and we offer shorter awards like postgraduate diploma, postgraduate certificates, and postgraduate awards. So here I'm going to address the required modules of your program. At first, when you begin, you will start in a 2 weeks induction module, which is just designed to give you a taste of the online platform, of the learning material, the library, the referencing, and build your confidence in using the platform to learn through it. On conclusion of these 2 weeks, your first module will commence. This is very important. Each module is 15 credits and is 8 weeks in length. Usually you have 1 week break between finishing a module and the start date of the next one. Although there are some exceptions, and here I could cite the Christmas period, for instance. So the required modules after you finish your inductions are going to be international business law, critical legal thinking in international business law, international trade law, EU trade law, conflict of laws in business and commerce, competition law. These required modules are designed to build your confidence and your legal and analytical skills to excel either in your future module or when you get to the dissertation as well. Next slide, please. At this point, when you reach the elective modules point, you will be able to tailor your LLM or postgraduate diploma to suit your aspiration in regards of knowledge and future employment opportunities. You could choose 2 of the following optional modules: corporate governance, aspects of banking, intellectual property law, international sale of goods, and international financial crime. Upon successful completion of the 2 optional modules, you will have achieved a postgraduate diploma. For those of you who are going to study the full LLM, you will have to undertake a research dissertation module worth of 60 credits and lasts for 40 weeks. Learning materials. Firstly, you will learn through what we call a lecturecast, which is a pre-recorded, engaging lecturecast with videos, pictures, text, and exercises. This will form the basic knowledge of the unit. Each unit as well has a designed reading list. The reading list is split to required and additional reading, and each resource in the reading list has a specific link that takes you straight to it in the University of Liverpool online library. Each module as well has 2 synchronous, so live seminars. Each seminar is 2 hours in length. Usually these seminars sit in week 2 and week 7. In these seminars, you will participate with your peers and with your faculty, the lecturer, to answer the seminar questions. But not only that, if time permits, the faculty will go through the upcoming assessments as well and answer all your queries live in the session. These seminar sessions will be recorded in case you would like to watch it when you have time. So the attendance of these seminars is not compulsory. It is very good and it is excellent if you can attend, but we recognize the pressures of life, work, family life, and therefore these sessions are recorded for you to watch them on a later time or date. Each unit as well has a formative activity. Formative activities are non-marked quizzes. So formative activities range from open-ended questions, multiple choice questions, reflection exercises, discussion forums, and debates. These activities are fundamental to complete and enhance your understanding of the topic. After you click submit, you will receive an automatic feedback illustrating the right answer and how to approach such questions in the future. Assessment summary. There are a mixture of assessment types across the program, but you'll be happy to know that you don't have any live exams. So for example, the assessments will range from discussion forums on the platform where you engage with your peers and with the faculty to answer the topic of the discussion forum. Then you can have a slide deck presentation, individual reflective essay, individual essay, and critical analysis of a case study.
Okay, I think this is my section now. Thank you very much, Arif. So my name's Brian. I'm one of the admissions advisors for the University of Liverpool's online programmes, and I'm going to be talking you through how you start your journey with us, how you go from that first expression of interest to being enrolled on the programme. Next slide, please, Tom. Okay, so when you make your application, we do need to see a number of supporting documents from us. There is a simple online form to complete, and there's a scope to upload these documents at the end of it. Now, the ones we need to see are photographic ID. So a passport is ideal. If you have, say, for example, a UK photo driving licence or a national ID card, those are ideal too, so long as they give your photo, your full legal name, and your date of birth. We'll also need to see an up-to-date CV, just so that we know where this programme will fit into your career and your learning journey so far. We'll need to see copies of your educational certificates, and if they're not issued in English, then we'll need to see certified translations as well as the original. And we'll need to be accompanied with, as well as your degree certificate, we'll need to have them accompanied with your academic transcripts, particularly if you're not from a UK educational background. If you studied outside of the UK, we'll need these to be able to compare your grades to our entry requirement. We need a personal statement of between 300 and 500 words. A good personal statement is addressing 3 main issues: why you would like to study this programme and why online study is your preferred option; what in your past education and experience you think suits you to this course; and what you intend to do with it once you've graduated. What is your motivation for taking this programme? Now, for people whose English language is not their native language, we'll need to see proof of English language proficiency. Now, as well as the sort of standard tests like IELTS and TOEFL and Pearson and so on, we can accept a degree which has been issued by a university in a native English speaking country. So if you have a UK undergraduate degree, even if English is not your native language, this would prove your proficiency for our purposes. Some school qualifications from non-native English speaking countries can be accepted depending on them and the grades. But as a backstop, if you don't have any of these, then we do have a free online English test of our own, which once we've vetted your application initially, would set up a test session and use that to assess your English language. Okay, next slide, please, Tom. So here's how things run. If you get away from this webinar, for example, and you decide that you want to make a more detailed inquiry about the course, you can submit that through our website, and you'll be assigned to personal admissions advisors who will engage with you with your questions and discuss the programme with you. If you then want to make an application or you skip straight to the application page, that same advisor will be responsible for your application. And that way we get to know you, we get to know your background, and we can engage with you about your personal circumstances, the course, make sure it's the right one for you, and make sure your application goes as smoothly as possible. Now, the important things about it, you apply directly to the University of Liverpool online, and there is no cost for applying. In fact, there's no cost for any of this process apart from the actual teaching itself. Okay, so once you've made your application and we've received all of the documents and all of the evidence that we need, your application is reviewed by the admission staff and with reference to the Director of Studies, and they're assessed against the entry criteria. If at that stage we decide we need some more information from you or some clarification, we will get back to you. It's not a one-shot deal. We will always engage with you on this. So once we have everything, we're ready to make a decision, hopefully we'll be able to make you an offer. And that offer will come with any scholarships you're entitled to already applied. You don't have to apply separately for our scholarships. We will assess your application, your circumstances at the time, and we'll give you whatever scholarships and discounts you're entitled to the maximum advantageous combination. Once you've received your offer, you'll have 14 days in which to decide whether you want to take it up or not. If you decide to accept it, you can submit a simple acceptance form online saying you agree to the terms and conditions. And you also have to pay a deposit. Now that deposit, if you've opted for our monthly payment plan, it would be simply your first month's tuition fees. If you've opted to pay your full fee up front, that's the point at which your payment will become due. Okay, next slide, please, Tom. So for the international business law, you're getting 180 credits for the standard UK master's degree. Those 180 credits will be spread across 30 months. And the tuition fee, the standard tuition fee, will be £16,868. Now, there will be a number of regional scholarships which are available to that, depending on your country of residence. And those can range from 5 to 20%, depending on which country you live in, what the median income is in those countries. As is mentioned, we will apply that depending on the evidence you've submitted and what combination is the most advantageous to you that you're entitled to. Okay, so the discounts that you can get. If you pay the full upfront payment, as in every single penny of your tuition fee paid before the enrolment deadline, you get an extra 5% discount for paying upfront, just to encourage early payment. If you're an alumni of the university, then instead you get a 10% discount because you're alumnus, and we want to encourage our students to return to us. And as I mentioned, there's also the regional scholarship of between 5 and 20%, depending on your country of residence. Now, the important thing is here, it's the country in which you live during your studies and not necessarily your nationality. Okay, next slide, please. So that's how you apply and what happens. So I think the next stage is our Q&A, Tom, isn't it?
That's right, Brian. Thank you. And also thank you, Aref and Joseph, for taking the time to speak with us today. That was really good. Like I said, we do have time for a Q&A now. So if you do have any questions, please pop them into the Q&A section and we'll do our best to answer them. If you are interested in applying for the International Business Law course, then head to online.liverpool.ac.uk/apply and yeah, that's where you can apply. And if you want to find out even more about the course, you can visit the website as well, where there's more on the program structure, kind of career opportunities following completion of the course, everything like that. But yeah, let's move on to some questions. So someone has asked how long they will study for. So I suppose I'll come to you, Aref, for that.
Yeah, I think Brian just answered that in his previous slide, which is on average is 30 months for the full LLM.
Yeah, perfect. Another question we've had is, I suppose this is one for you, Brian, would be, can someone take a study break? So I suppose if, something occurs where they need to take a break from studying, is that possible? And can they pick the course back up at a later time?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, as has been previously mentioned, we know that you have busy people with lots of commitments. You've got your work, you've got your family, you've got all lots of things going on. If you do need to take a study break, it's very easy to do. You will have up to 6 years from your original start date to complete all of the requirements of the LLM and still gain the award. So should your career pick off in a particular bit, you need to drop your studies for temporarily, you can do that.
Perfect, thank you. And another question is, are there different entry routes? So I suppose whether that's academic or work experience.
Yes, we talked earlier about the academic entry requirements and how it's not necessary to have a law degree so long as your academic standard is what we require. On the other hand, we do have a work experience route for people who perhaps have not met the academic standard or maybe didn't go to university previously, but do have extensive work experience. That is something that we judge on a case-by-case basis. So if you wish to apply for that route, give us as much detail as possible of your previous work experience and any professional qualifications you may have, and then we'll consider you on an individual case.
Perfect, thank you. And someone has asked, will there be a recording of the webinar sent out? And the answer is yes, we are recording this, and in the next few days, the recording will be sent out. So yeah, please keep an eye out in your inboxes for that. Yeah, another question is, and this is a very straightforward one, is do I need a visa to apply? So again, I'll come back to you, Brian.
As it's an online programme, it's not eligible for a student visa. The UK government will not grant student visas unless there is an actual need to be physically present in the UK. Because there is none for online study, it's not eligible for student visas and consequently not eligible for post-study work visas either.
Perfect, thank you. And I suppose I'll come to Ref with this question. And someone's asked, what type of support do students receive during their studies?
So there are various types of support that you will receive during your study. First of all, you have the academic team, which is myself as program director for the law program. We have a program coordinator and Joseph as well. But as well, you have student support who can guide you through the policies, through things that you would need to submit in if you have any circumstances. So let me give you an example. So most of us, when we are going to submit an assignment, sometimes we face some circumstances, which means that we cannot really submit on time. So there are two routes for that. There's a removal of late penalty procedure, which student support will tell you about, and there is sometimes an extenuating circumstances procedure. Again, student support will tell you about this. So we have a dedicated student support who stays with you step by step whenever you need. As well, there is an online drop-in sessions with me every week on Tuesday that you could book online. And of course, you're going to hear sometimes from me and from the program coordinator about any necessary steps that you need to take as well. And my email in the induction is there, so I'm always happy to be contacted.
Thanks, Aref. Someone's asked, how often do we need to attend in person throughout the program? And I can take this one. The course is fully online. You don't need to attend anything in person. However, you will be invited to attend graduation in person on the University of Liverpool campus. And if you are able to, we do really recommend that. It's a really, really great day to celebrate with friends and family if possible, and also your fellow students, getting to meet them in person and just having a really great day celebrating after hard work you've put into achieving your degree. Another question we've got, I'll pass this on to Brian, is will we be eligible to work in the UK after we achieve the LLM, after we earn the LLM, sorry.
Okay, well, it's a recognised qualification and it would enable you to apply for jobs. It does not attract any form of post-study work visa. So if that was the question you intended to ask, no, not be eligible for a post-study work visa.
Perfect, thank you. Another question that we have is, I believe you may have covered this already, Brian, but what is the cancellation policy?
The cancellation policy is any time up to the end of the third week of your study, so 3 weeks from your start date, you can cancel, and your statutory right is that you get a full refund of any monies paid. So without any penalty, you can cancel up to 21 days. After the 21-day period, then there would be deducted a pro rata for the tuition you'd actually received, and any monies over and above that you would receive back.
Perfect, thank you. I do believe that's all we've got time for today. So thank you again to Brian, Joseph and Ref for joining us for the presentation and answering questions. And thank you to everyone who's attended. As I did mention before, you will receive a recording of this webinar in the next few days. So please do keep an eye out for that. And yeah, hopefully you found this informative, and thanks again for joining us. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, bye.